A lot of people are asking, this whole capital gains has been a lot of debate, right? Because of indexation, other stuff. For a common man, what does that mean?
Public of India has increased when compared to the taxes of foreign companies.
A lot of investors are still unhappy with the budget.
So if you have already written your examination in this May, same topic will be applicable for you in your September examination as well as January examination.
Nirmala Sitharaman ji, when she announced the budget that middle class is going to save 17,000 per year, right? What is this whole 17,000 saving about? Hi everyone, welcome to ArivuPro series. Now, a lot of you guys are asking about the budgets. What is it? There are too many uncertainties, whether it's a good budget, a bad budget. Is it something where a middle class is really gaining something or losing something? And as a student, how much impact does it have for me for the examination? To answer all of it, I have a colleague of mine and a very good friend, CA Dilip Sir, who also teaches tax with us. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for inviting, sir.
So what we are going to be covering in this is to talk about few sectors which are going to have a future impact, few major changes where we as common men have to look into it. And also finally, we are going to look at it from a student per se, what's going to be an impact for your examination. So just to start off with, sir, now usually I always thought the budget happens only once a year in Feb. What is this once I hear about interim budget, once a full budget, this year two budgets. What is this two budgets in this year about?
Sir, see, sir, basically what happens is normally during the entire year there will be only one budget. But during the year of election, since there is an uncertainty which will always be there, whether the government is going to change or the government is going to remain. So during the year of election, there will be two budgets which will be happening. So the first budget which is happening, that happens during all the years, it will happen on the same day, which is 1st of February or 2nd of February. So that this year's budget is called as interim budget, and then subsequently the budget which came just now, which is on 23rd July, that is called as full budget. Now, what are the implications? What are the difference between these budgets? The interim budget will not have too much discussion or too much allocation of funds towards different aspects. So the interim budgets will have only small changes, small aspects. And whatever changes they have made during this period, that will be applicable from 1st of April. Whereas the full budget, the final budget which just now came up, that will have an applicability from the date when the budget has been passed, or the Nirmala Sitharaman ji gave her speech, or the date has been notified by the government.
So basically, just to summarize, the first budget, that's the interim budget which was announced on 1st Feb, that will be applicable till the day the full budget was announced. And from July 31st onwards, whatever Nirmala Sitharaman ji, because the same government came into power, they gave a full budget where the allocations were all different. So that is going to be applicable maybe from 31st or 23rd July only, or maybe the day notified by it, right?
Correct, sir. Absolutely right.
Now, one of a thing that I was looking into it, right, from the government side of it, earlier there was so much of push about electric vehicle, renewable energy, talking more of an infrastructure boost, privatization. Those were the theme in the last term when they were elected.
Correct.
Now, what is the sectors that they are focused on in this year?
Sir, this year, see, sir, one, they have focused majorly during the start of the budget speech only. Madam Nirmala Sitharaman had told that this budget is for farmers, this budget is for middle class people, this budget is for women, and this budget is for our youth. So based on this, they have made lot of changes also. I mean, they have made lot of provisions wherein all these people can be taken care of. They have created some funds for farmers. They have brought in new policies wherein the youth of India, because there is huge unemployment in India, the youth of India can be appointed in companies, and those companies who are going to employ the youth, they are going to get some benefits. So lot of such changes have been made.
And what were from a business side, which were the sectors which got more focus on? This was more from the economy side, what you spoke about, farmers, poor men, poor women, youth, right? But on the business front, which were the sectors which got more focus on?
The government majorly focused on the sectors of agriculture and then infrastructure. The government has allocated 11.11 lakh crores for infrastructure facility throughout the country, and they have also focused on renewable energy or solar energy. So government has told that we need more and more of these solar based energy, wherein government has told any person who is going to install a solar panel on their house, they are going to get 300 units free electricity from the government.
Nice. Now, typically, let's say we keep hearing so many taxes. You're going to be paying tax on this, tax on that. So, how is income taxed in India? Because sometimes we keep seeing different people talking different things, and it's talking from a layman perspective.
Correct, correct.
How does income get taxed in India?
Sir, basically what happens is whatever income a person is earning, that income under income tax law is divided into total 5 different heads. So it is salary, or a person can earn house property income, or a person can earn income under business or profession, or a capital gain, or income from other sources such as Kaun Banega Crorepati or lottery have done, etc. Now the salary income, there are only few set of people who are working people who will be getting the salary income, and those who also have a house property, who have rented that property. It can be commercial or residential, it does not matter. Whatever rental income they are deriving from there, that will go under house property. Then any person who is doing any type of business or profession, their income will be computed with respect to that provisions laid down in business and profession. Then whatever capital gain a person is earning, capital gain in the sense I am purchasing gold for a long term perspective, I am purchasing some property for investment point of view, or I am purchasing some share for investment point of view. So this income which you are going to get is capital gain income. Same thing, if I am a property dealer, it will be business income. So that will be taxed under capital gain, and then other sources income will cover all the other sources of income which are not covered in 4 different heads.
Now, a lot of people are asking, this whole capital gains has been a lot of debate, right? Because of indexation, other stuff. For a common man, what does that mean? Because indexation, I don't know how many of them will understand. Correct. Now the rules have become, if you ask me from a layman, I saw the new rules to be simpler, right? But what does all of this capital gains debate in the parliament has been?
See sir, indexation, I'll just explain you what indexation is in just one simple form. Say an idli which I was eating in Bangalore, so basically we are from Bangalore, so 10 years back, if you see, 2 idlis which we used to have in say Brahmins, which is one of the most famous restaurant in Bangalore, it used to cost us 35 rupees. 2 idlis used to, in Brahmins. The same 2 idlis is now costing 65 rupees at Brahmins. And at normal places, 2 idlis used to cost 10 rupees, and today the same idli is costing around 25 rupees. Now this is because of inflation. So just like that, what government says is, if you have purchased any asset, and this asset is purchased by you for a long term perspective, long term point of view, I will give the benefit of that inflation to you. So a property in Bangalore 10 years back would have been, say in this Koramangala region, a property would have come for say 30-40 site would have come for 1 crore. The same property today, if I want to purchase, they will ask me to pay 5 crore rupees. So now what government says is, because you have holded this property for a period of 10 years, I will give the benefit of inflation to you. So basically this is indexation. Now what change they have made in the capital gain law with respect to this budget is, the concept of indexation has only been completely removed. Okay. This is a huge impact, wherein I mean lot of benefit will be there for middle class people who don't own any property. Because of this, the property prices are going to reduce. So if I had money, I'm a rich fellow, I have money, normally what I used to do, because investment in property or flats etc. is a risk-free investment, I used to make an investment in that. But now my investment over there will make no sense to me, because if I purchase today for 1 crore and sell it after 25 years for say 15 crores, I will have to pay tax on 14 crore rupees. And the same thing was not before. So before what used to happen, say my cost would have been inflated. Maybe my cost would have become, instead of 1 crore, the actual purchase price, my cost would have become say 8 crores or 10 crores, and only on the differential 5 crores or 8 crores, 6 crores, I had to pay the taxes.
Okay. So just to summarize, so earlier, if let's say you would have purchased something for 1 crore and you would have sold for 15, because of inflation, that 1 crore would have been treated as 8 crore and you would have only paid tax on 7 crore. Now, if that is removed off, that means if you have purchased for 1 crore, Today you are selling on 15 crore, you're going to be paying tax on 14 crore rupees. So that's a little bit of hit for a common man if I have to look into it, right?
Now, if you look it, I mean, I personally see it as, say, for common man, it is a beneficial thing because a normally common man, the problem was that I cannot afford to purchase a property because of their prices. And why was the prices more? Because people who are able to purchase, those who have purchasing power, they are acquiring the properties at a higher price also. Now, those people who have invested, they will have an hit now if they sell.
Okay, so typically now what would also happen is, I think the rates have come down, right, for all of this taxes. Earlier we used to be around 20%. So what's the new
Yeah, so now with respect to rate change, the major rates change in entire income tax law has happened only with respect to the capital gain taxation. There is also a change in the new regime tax rates, but the major changes is with respect to taxation. Because of that reason, you would have seen that stock market also fell almost around 2000 points, and then obviously it recovered back. Maybe if foreign institutional investor and all invested. Now see the taxation, the impact which government has done is the taxes which a common man has to pay, or the a public of India has to pay, has increased when compared to the taxes of foreign companies. Now what they have told, any person who is from outside India investing in India, he will get complete exemption in tax, meaning whatever tax rates were there before, same tax system will apply. And if you are a foreign company, the tax rate before it was 40%, now they have reduced to 35%. Similarly, there was something called as angel tax, which has been completely abolished now. For us common man, before, if I holded any asset for a longer term, I used to pay tax at 20% if it was normal long-term capital asset, and if it was listed securities, I had to pay 10%. Now, the difference was for the listed securities, I was not able to get the benefit of indexation, and for the other assets, I was able to take the benefit of indexation. Since there was a benefit of indexation, the tax rate also was high. But now, they have removed the concept of indexation, and they have told, irrespective of what type of asset it is, whether it is the listed shares or a normal capital asset, if it is held for long-term perspective, that will always be taxable at 12.5%.
Oh, so that works indirectly for the other assets too. So indirectly things will turn out to become cheaper because
Correct.
of this.
Yeah.
So even though that 7.5% you're losing here or there, it will start having more control of assets being there, making
Correct.
it affordable for the middle class, right? Now, one of a bigger question also, which is Instagram meme, if I look into it, is Nirmala Sitharaman ji, when she announced the budget that middle class is going to save 17,000 per year, right? What is this whole 17,000 saving about?
Basically, now a person, if he has any income, he has two categories of tax rates applicable. One is called as old regime and one is the new regime. Now the changes is specifically made in this new regime only. Basically what used to happen in new regime, you will not get any benefit of deductions, not get any benefit of any type of exemption under income tax law except the standard deduction. So what has happened before the tax rate, the slab rate is same, up to 3 lakh you don't have to pay any taxes. Now before what used to happen, 3 lakhs to 6 lakh there was 5%, 6 lakh to 9 lakh there was 7.5%. So for this they have made a change wherein from up to 3 lakh you don't have to pay any tax. Now 3 lakhs to 7 lakhs they have made, then 7 lakhs to 10 lakhs they have made. So there is this change, because of which if a person is earning income up to 12 lakhs, he is going to gain around 17,500.
So the earlier from 3 to 5 has become 3 to 7, or 3 to 6 has become 6.
Yeah, 3 to 6 has become 3 to 7.
So one part of it. Then 6 to 9 it was, that has become 7 to 10.
7 to 10. And then 9 to 12 is
10 to 12. Okay, so this 1 lakh movement here has caused that saving of
17,500.
Okay. A lot of investors are still unhappy with the budget. There was a immediate reaction from the market that the stocks went down. So why is this unhappiness?
So the main reason of unhappiness is, see, an investor, if he is investing in stocks, normally obviously we can invest mostly in the listed securities only. So if I am investing in listed securities, that normally if I invest, I will invest for my future. So the tax rate which was there before, it was 10%, they have increased it to 12.5%. And this increase is only for Indian investors. So same thing, if a foreign institutional investor is making an investment, there is no change for that. So that is the reason why the public in India or people in India are unhappy.
But now with the whole budgets, right? I was seeing people were happy because the gold prices went down, or the stock market started showing that the companies which are all the gold listed ones went up. So what were the sectors where the prices now are going to become cheaper, and which are the sectors where people should say, you know what, because of this budget it became a little more higher?
Now there are some products, or there are some commodities wherein the cost of those commodities are going to reduce because of this budget. They have reduced the GST rates, they have reduced the custom duty rate especially. For example, gold. The custom duty rate for gold and silver was almost 15%. Now they have reduced to 6%, because of which you would have seen the impact in the gold rates. It is decreasing. Then cancer medicines. There was almost 12 to 24% custom duty levied on few cancer medicines. Now there is a complete removal of that custom duty. So custom duty will not be levied on those. Then solar panels, etc. if you are importing, solar cells if you are importing, that will also give a benefit to you. You are going to pay lesser custom duty for that. The impact is on telecommunication industry, wherein mostly what used to happen, the telecommunication industry in India, they were importing the products from China, all the telecommunication products, because of which we were losing the revenue, and government also were feeling that we should deal less with China. So they have increased the tax rates, custom duty rates for few telecommunication equipments. And one very beautiful thing, any person who is interested to buy an iPhone now can buy an iPhone, because the government has reduced the tax rates on mobile phone chargers, mobile phone equipments, etc. And this is because from last year we would have seen that mostly all the phones were manufactured in India. So what government thought is, since these are manufactured in India, there are some equipments which are still not been manufactured in India, which we are importing. So for all these equipments, they have reduced the tax rate.
So basically your mobile phones, your electric vehicles, your solar, and also for women, the gold is going to get cheaper.
Yeah.
So now let me come, because we are at the end of that, is still an academic institute. How much difficult is it going to get for students?
Now, sir, I would like to tell one single point to students. You have a golden opportunity to complete your paper by September and May examination. So if you have already written your examination in this May, same topic will be applicable for you in your September examination as well as January examination. Try to complete this during this period only. Don't see, meaning you will have to work hard if you have already given exam. If you have not given the exam, then you will have to work even more harder, because it is your first attempt which is coming. So please try to complete during this time, because next time when you are going to read, you are going to read completely new thing. And those students who are planning to write in January and are feeling that I am not so confident about the paper, etc. Think about which group you are selecting, because if you select a group which has taxation in it, and if you study that, say if you are not confident with 1 month or 2 months before the examination with respect to that paper, then you will have a problem, because the next paper, the next attempt which you will be giving, that will be a complete different budget which you are going to learn.
Okay, but from the learning per se, there is not too many changes except the rates or other stuff.
Yeah, there are some changes in the rates, and
the major concepts still are going to remain this.
Concept will not always remain the change. Yeah, sir. One more point I would like to add over here. The government during their speech, they also mentioned that they are going to completely revamp the income tax law, and they are going to get some new income tax law called as direct tax code, DTC.
Oh.
Just like we have GST, so they are going to get some new concept. They have formulated a council for that.
Oh, nice. So guys, as students, try to complete it before it either gets complicated or simplified, which is beyond our control. But I hope you guys liked this session. If you guys have any doubts or anything that you want to personally ask, I think you can always make sure that you're going to comment on our channel, and we'll be very happy to answer it. And don't forget to subscribe, and looking forward to have more conversations with you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dilip sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot.